Hi, you've tuned into Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty.
One look and I breathe. One touch feels skin deep. A picture perfect, underserving.
Hi guys, welcome to today's video. This is my second time recording this. So I am testing out my new camera. I finally bought a camera. I bought a Sony ZV-1 if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how to use it, don't know anything about it. I watched the video and it was so long I had to click off of it. But I'm going to try to figure this out. I think I got it now. Today's video is all about palettes that I may want to use in my December Shop My Stash. As we know, we have Christmas to contend with, so I want to do several holiday looks like I did fall looks and a Thanksgiving Day look. I cannot talk today. And so I just want to keep that in mind, you know, holiday palettes as well as regular workday sleigh palettes. So I did pull some palettes that I have never used. So that's where my focus is kind of at. So let's talk about them. Let's see if they'll make great palettes for next month or if I need to do some more digging. I hope I'm looking in the right place. I don't know where I'm supposed to look. Okay, so this is the first palette that I have. This is by Melt Cosmetics and this is called the Smoke Sessions 2. I was telling Sarah that I really wanted this palette, got it, and have never used it. Now this potentially could be a pretty palette for December. I'm not sure, but just keeping in mind, palettes don't always have to be for December. Green, gold, you know, those colors. So this could actually be a nice palette for the month of December. So we'll keep this one out because, like I said, I've never used this one. Next up is a palette that I picked up from the TikTok shop. And this is by Adriana Nicole, and well, it's Adriana Nicole Cosmetics, the I Am Everything palette. I hope you guys can hear me. This camera supposedly has a built-in microphone. And this is what this palette looks like. Very pretty. And this one may be one to contend with for next month because oh, it has such pretty sparkly shades plus very nice mattes. I do think that these two at the end, one of them could have been different because they're very similar, but this is not my palette. I'm just giving my 2 cents, but I would have liked to have seen something different with this shade, but the palette looks great. So I think that this could be a contender for next month. Next up is a palette that I have never used. And I've never even purchased from the brand before. And it's from Adept Cosmetics. And this is the Flying Fiddles palette. By the way, I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. My belly was full. This is what the palette looks like. I don't know how to zoom in yet. So very pretty. Very pretty, very sparkly. So this is definitely something that may be pretty for December. I can see doing some looks with this one. So this one, I would say, is also a contender. Now this one I did a look with, but I scrapped it. And I have been playing with some of the matte shades, and actually those are my favorite from this palette, but to do a complete look, like I said, I scrapped it, so I'm gonna throw this one in anyway and maybe we can still get some use out of it. And this is by Cosmic Beauty, And when I tell you Cosmic Beauty, they have been pumping them out, you guys. Palettes around the clock. So they have a new one out. I think it comes out today or tomorrow. I forgot all about it. Okay, so the camera cut off. I don't know where I was. Okay, so next up is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 5 palette, Lightwork 6 palette. And this is what it looks like. I haven't touched this palette. I haven't used it. And I think it would just be perfect for next month. All the shimmer sparkle in here. And I would probably use this one with the Blooming, I think it's the Blooming Rose palette. Use this one with that palette as well. But this would be something pretty for next month. I keep saying next month. It's just a day away. But yeah, this one, something to contend with for sure. Next up, we have the Undergrowth palette by Cosmic Brushes. I promise this is not a Cosmic Brushes video, but they come out with such pretty palettes. So this is what it looks like. Here it is right here. So, so pretty. This is gorgeous, and I think it would make such a pretty look, you guys. Very pretty. So let's consider this one. Right here, we have the Coutros palette by Cosmic Brushes. And I really can't remember if I did a look with this one. Really can't remember, but I do think this would be such a gorgeous palette for a winter look, you guys. Tell me what you think. Don't you see winter look in this one? I did. So I can't remember if I did a cool tone look with this one or was I using another palette. But let's consider this one. And next up and lastly is the palette by Beauty Bay. I think this is my most recent palette. It's called Celestial Charms. And this is what it looks like right here. Now, I have to tell you, I went back and forth with picking up this palette. I don't know why it got dark. I went back and forth with picking up this palette because when I looked at the palette, it reminded me of another Beauty Bay palette, and you guys be the judge. But I still picked it up regardless. Okay, it reminds me of the Age of Opulence palette. This is Celestial Charms, and this is Age of Opulence. Are these not similar palettes or what? Is it just my imagination? But regardless, I picked it up. I have it. And I don't know why the lighting has changed. Okay, I just turned up my ring light a little bit. I don't know about cameras, so I think I might like phones a little bit better. Let me show you these again. So again, regardless of the fact that I think they are kind of similar, I did pick it up, and I do think that this one would be so, so pretty. I do think that this would be so, so pretty for December. I think this would be a cute palette to do an eyeshadow look with. So yeah, I have this one too. So you guys, that's it for the palettes that I purchased kind of recently and still have not used. So I think actually that all of these palettes would be great holiday palettes. I may say with the exception of... Okay, so we're back. Looks like I had to take a little time out to let my camera cool down. Again, I don't know where we stopped, but I think I was saying that the only two palettes that I'm hemming and hawing over and I may not include is the Neutrals palette and maybe the Milk Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll find out when I upload my Shop My Stash for December. So thank you so much for tuning in to this impromptu video. Like I said, I wanted to test my camera and also let you see some of the palettes that I didn't haul and let you know some that I'm thinking of using for the Shop My Stash in December. So with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and ringing the notification bell. It just lets you know each and every time that I upload a video. And with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.